hoax, the investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Days into her new job, a Trump lawyer turned U.S. attorney brought the charge of making false statements and obstruction. Comey responding on social media.
Good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show video live stream. Is this all good? Are we all good? You hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here. And Ryan Cheevers is here. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
You awake yet?
I'm awake. Yeah. I'm not sure what day it is, but I'm awake.
Who's your friend?
Oh, so this is I don't even know if they have a name for this, but it's the Lancer. I've never seen it before, but
zoom in on that.
It belongs to Lakeshore Public Schools, and it will be over at our show today at St. Joe High School.
You stole the Lakeshore Lancer.
I mean, it looked like I stole it when I walked out of the school yesterday, but the athletic department did approve me leaving with it. So
okay.
No.
All right. So
Were you running when they approved it?
I know.
Tucked underneath your arm?
I'm not. I don't think I have the energy to run right now with everything we're working on. But yeah. So this is one of the props we'll have on our stage during our pregame show this afternoon.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So Friday football tailgate. For people who are not familiar with the concept, what is it, and what are you going to be doing?
So Friday football tailgate is a high school football pregame show. So we came up with the idea almost 2 years ago now. And, Kate Gassman, Randy Hendrickson are two people that I've worked with for a long time in live events. They done work for Notre Dame, and I do video production and film production. So we decided we all loved college football. We love College Game Day. We love NFL Live. Why not take a shot at doing a pregame show for high school?
Yeah.
So we started small last fall, 4 schools in Berrien County, and then it grew into 3 different states, across the Midwest. So
let's see, where'd you go? You went to Nebraska?
Our first show was in Green Bay.
Wisconsin. Okay.
Defending state champs up there, Notre Dame Academy, and then we went over to Omaha, Nebraska for one of the top teams in America, which was great. And then we were in Constantine, Michigan 2 weeks ago for Schoolcraft Constantine and Lakeshore St. Joe today, and then we wrap up with Portage Northern at Portage Central in October. So
that's fantastic.
Very fun.
Yeah, and really, I mean, what I've been telling people, I remember it last year, and what I really appreciate about your production is telling those stories. I mean, the stories behind the people who are making the plays on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than just the X's and O's. We've got a great team. I mean, Casey Standahar is our host. She's a sports anchor for NBC in Chicago. Brent Lesniak is a former local legend here. Ken Dietz is an athletic director that does a great job on stage.
Yeah.
So they can talk football, but it's really the show is about rivalries, but it's more so about bringing communities together, kind of what overlaps, and we've got some great segments today with St. Joe. They do bear packs for St. Joe Public Schools. St. Joe football team's involved with that, and Lakeshore does Lancer lunches.
Okay.
So both doing a lot of things that people don't know about. So we want to kind of take those stories and tell those.
Yeah. Love that. Well, Mike and I, we're good storytellers.
Yeah.
So if you need some extra voices tonight,
it's called
and I know football. I know so much about football.
Yeah, well, it's called Friday.
Have they changed the shape of the ball lately? No. Anyway, sorry.
No. It's called Friday Football Tailgate. So I bet you guys can tailgate too. So
there you go.
So you're welcome to swing by.
No, all right. We're going to talk with Ryan Cheevers here in just a few moments. Friday Football Tailgate. They're bringing the show to Dickinson Stadium. They're going to be there tonight. We're going to be broadcasting it here on WSJM 5 to 6 p.m. so you can hear that. And it's going to be a great game between the Bears and the Lancers, and the Lancer is right there. So does that mean we've got to get back for the news here in a second? But does you're holding the Lancer and not holding a Bear mean you have a little bit of favoritism there?
I'm a St. Joe graduate, but I like.
Oh, you're the Bear.
I'm the Bear.
Okay,
we are getting the Bear head today, but I like the underdog, and I think Lakeshore's coming in as the underdog.
Okay,
so I'm excited to see what happens tonight. And
right.
I'm pulling for the Lancers.
Okay.
In some ways.
All right.
In some ways.
We'll ask you more about that here in a few moments. We got to get back for news. It's the WSJM Morning Show, Friday, September 26th.
Soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
It was playing. I just didn't hear it.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine. Good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. And we have a special guest in the studio, Ryan Cheevers, Friday Football Tailgate. They're putting on a big show tonight at Dickinson Stadium. It's the War by the Shore, Lakeshore Lancers, St. Joseph Bears, and we're going to talk with him about that in just a moment. We've got to get some news in and our weather forecast, but it's a special production that you can see there live in person. And also, if you can't make it down to Dickinson Stadium, hear it right here on WSJM. So we'll talk about that in just a couple of moments on the WSJM Morning Show. You might deal with some fog as you're going out there. Ryan, was there any fog out there on your way in?
I don't even remember driving in. I'm tired.
He's getting ready for the program.
No fog.
Okay.
That's about as much as
Just
I can give you for
personal
weather.
fog.
No,
That's
Brain fog
Okay,
on the way in.
But there is a dense fog advisory for parts of Southwest Michigan in effect until 11 o'clock this morning. But again, you heard the report right there. We don't have it in the St. Joe Benton Harbor area. Morning fog and then sunny skies. It's going to be beautiful. High today in the warmest spots of Southwest Michigan, around 78 degrees, probably closer to 72 for a high. In St. Joseph. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear skies, low around 55. We don't have rain in the forecast for the next 7 days. In fact, we have nothing but sunshine for Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, and highs in the 70s and mid to upper 70s, maybe even the 80s.
Beautiful
It's going to be gorgeous. Going to be gorgeous. Let's see the next. Yeah, I don't see rain even on the extended forecast. I don't see anything about rain. We've got the full sports report coming up from Dave Wolf here in just a few moments. Plus, we'll talk about Friday Football Tailgate. First off, though, let's get the latest news from our WSJM newsroom. The Twin Cities Area Transportation Authority has pushed back the deadline for proposals that it's seeking to manage its dial-a-ride service. Interim Director Todd Shuren said while firms showed strong interest, the agency received more than 100 questions during the process.
We ended up with so many questions that we couldn't answer them all by September the 5th, as we promised. We ended up well over 100 questions.
The new deadline is October 3rd, with the management firm expected to be chosen by mid-November. Takata says the move could bring savings on insurance while county leaders continue talks on a consolidated regional transit system. A Niles High School staff member has resigned after being placed on administrative leave within the district while the district investigated their conduct. WSJM's Andrew Green has this story.
On Wednesday, Niles Community Schools sent a letter to parents saying it's reviewing communications and other context related to the matter, but it didn't release details. Superintendent Adam Birchfield said the district's committed to student and staff safety and emphasized the situation's being taken seriously. Then on Thursday, the district announced the staff member has resigned. In another communication to parents, Birchfield said the district will continue to take any steps needed to uphold the safety and well-being of students and maintain the standards of professionalism expected of all employees. He said any parents with questions should contact his office. On social media, users have said the investigation concerns inappropriate text messages between the adult and at least one female student. Andrew Green, WSJM News.
Berrien County has lowered the asking price for a 36-acre parcel of property in Three Oaks that it's been trying to sell. The site, once part of a failed residential development, was listed for sale for $600,000 in February. It hasn't sold yet. On Thursday, commissioners voted to reduce the price to $500,000, $500,000, and extend the listing through the end of the year. County Administrator Brian Dissett says they want to see it put back into good use.
I'm hopeful with the extension of the listing agreement that Mr. Savage will have success in finding the right buyer, and I hope to have that buy-sell agreement in front of the Board of Commissioners in the coming weeks, hopefully not much longer than that.
Proposals in the past have included housing, recreation, and maybe even a solar farm for that piece of property. That's a look at some of the local news that we have from the WSJM newsroom. We've got sports coming up from Dave Wolf in just a moment. First off, though, we want to introduce our special guest who's in the studio, Ryan Cheevers from Friday Football Tailgate. Ryan, good morning again. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are watching on the video live stream, you notice that there is a prop right next to Ryan. And that's not just any prop. Explain again who's standing right next to you.
This is a Lakeshore Lancer. I don't know if there's a name for this person. But
I think it's Larry the Lancer.
I think we need to give it a name
okay.
for sure.
Right.
But this is going to be at our show. he will be at our show. He or she will be at our show today at Dickinson Stadium. So we're excited to take him around town.
Yeah, it's like a suit of armor. It's what 2.5 feet tall, and it's
I mean, it's like you know.
Is it real metal?
It's no
Wow.
It's no cardboard or anything like that. This is the real deal.
That is cool. I mean, we do have a Lakeshore Lancer here, right?
Yeah,
You went to Lakeshore.
I did.
What's his name?
Not
Larry?
Not Larry.
Oh, fine. All right.
Sir Lancelot.
Mike
Sir
Weibel.
Lancelot.
So Ryan, what is Friday for those who don't know and weren't on the video live stream? What is Friday football tailgate?
So it is a high school football pregame show. So if you know College Game Day, then you can kind of get the picture.
Yeah.
It's instead of it being a 3-hour College Game Day, it's a 1-hour show before big rivalries. Initially last year it was before big rivalries in Southwest Michigan, and this fall we've decided to take it more so on the road. And so we were in the Midwest, and we found great matchups matchup in Wisconsin and one in Nebraska. And so yeah, we hype the game. We do some chalk talk, and then we tell stories within the show. So it's a really cool experience, and we're excited for this. I mean, people have been telling us about War on the Shore for a year now, so we're excited to be doing our show tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have the broadcast of that show, the 1-hour live pregame show. It's going to run from 5 to 6 p.m. Outside Dickinson Stadium, but we're also going to broadcast it here on WSJM, so you can listen to it. You're going to have a video stream of it as well on YouTube.
We will, yeah. FridayFootballTailgate.com. There's a YouTube link at the top, and that's where you can access the show from there and everything else that you need to know about today.
Okay, so Friday Football Tailgate. I love the concept. Talk about Nebraska. You went to Omaha, Nebraska. Why'd you go there? And what was the atmosphere like when you went there?
So they reached out. There's a network there in Omaha, Omaha Sports High School Sports Network. So they reached out last fall. They loved what we were doing. They saw us on Instagram, and so we've been talking for months leading up to that. And Millard South is one of the best teams in the country. Their quarterback's going to Alabama next year. So it's Millard South, Millard West, big rivalry. And so that was kind of hyped for a very long time, and the atmosphere was wild. The stadium was incredible. They have 12 players going D1 next year. And so we knew that was a great opportunity for us to, kind of test our travel legs out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it went really well. And but I'm happy to be home now. Nebraska's not down the road. So
Right, for sure.
that was my car was full. I was by myself, and it was, a couple cups of coffee driving over there. A lot of cornfields.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now I love the business concept of this thing. So we can talk more about that at some future point. But okay, so what can people expect tonight? You've got live interviews, community stories, some contests set up for tonight.
Yeah, so we're opening up at 3:30, and so again, it's a tailgate, or our shows kind of takes place in the middle of a tailgate. So that's how we look at it. We'll have food by Hill District, and that you can purchase. We'll have yard games just like you'd see it at any tailgate, and then cornhole, absolutely cornhole. There are some shirts that are going to be sold for the event, and then once the show starts, you'll hear from both coaches. They're going to come up on stage. They're going to bring a player with them. We're going to have some alumni from St. Joe. Silver Beach Pizza's hosting a cornhole contest.
Nice.
For a student from St. Joe and a
Can
student
you win a
from
free
Lakeshore.
calzone? I like the calzones.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Velveeta and spinach. There I am.
There's a nice little gift card in that basket that you win, so you can certainly afford a calzone. So that's going to be super fun. And we have an area designated for sign making. So if you stop by the Friday Football Tailgate tent, you can make your sign, hold it up behind the stage, just like they do over Herb Street's head. So we're bringing kind of a game day feel to these smaller communities that deserve, their time in the spotlight. You know what I mean? So that's really the whole point of this thing.
Somebody kicks a field goal, they get $100,000.
Yeah, I know. Who's gonna?
Mike's kicking it up a notch.
Yeah, we'll leave some zeros off that. A buck. No, yeah. I mean, you never know where this thing will go. We've certainly, every week that we do it, we kind of test the waters a little bit of, hey, let's add this, let's do this. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work as well. And so, and tonight we're kind of doing some new things too that we're excited about. So you just never know what you're going to get, but we want people to show up because it's just a good time. That's all it is. It's just a really good time.
So people can start showing up for that good time starting at, you're going to get the party going at 3:30.
Yeah. I mean, my party starts at 9 a.m. when I show up. If anyone wants to come help set up, then feel free. But 3:30, you know, they'll be firing up the grill. And then, I mean, we'll be hanging out. And then 5 o'clock, we do a countdown, and we got when you start hearing the Nick Fradiani, he was on American Idol, won American Idol 10 years ago.
Okay.
That's when our show kicks off. So, yeah, it's an hour long at that point, and it's really, really fun.
Love it. So if you're interested, Dickinson Stadium, where are you going to be in the geographic location there?
Like at the north end of the practice facility, up against the fence, you know, that separates the practice field from the main area. So
they
you
can't
won't be able to
miss.
miss. Yeah, we'll have a jumbotron that'll be, you know, displaying the show. So if you're tailgating and don't want to come near our stage, you can watch the entire show just from the grassy area.
Yeah.
And then also on YouTube and obviously on the radio as well.
But you want tons of warm bodies there, people getting excited about the game.
Yeah, I mean, we want both Lancers and Bears. So it's a community event. So we want to bring the communities together. You know, because it gets a little rough once you get to the game because people are excited about it. But this is a chance for people to hang out and you know, and good sportsmanship, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing this event, this excitement, and this interesting entertainment to Dickinson Stadium tonight as part of Friday Football Tailgate.
Well, thanks for having us, and we appreciate you having the show on WSJM. We have a lot of people that listen, so it's very exciting.
Absolutely. Ryan Cheevers is here with Friday Football Tailgate. We'll keep him for a couple minutes on the video live stream, but if you want to go out and check it out, the event starts at 3:30 p.m. and then so they'll have the tailgate going on out there. It's free to attend the tailgate. There is food available for purchase there as well, and so you can check that out. And then at 5 o'clock, the show gets going, and that will be simulcast right here on WSJM. You can hear it. Friday Football Tailgate. We'll be back in just a moment. We've got sports right now, more sports from Dave Wolf. Here on the video live stream, we're continuing. What a great idea. A lot of fun. How do you get to do fun for a living, Ryan?
I know.
It's a lot of work doing fun, though, isn't it?
It's a lot of work.
How many people you got working on the production?
You know, it kind of varies. So we'll have about 12 to 15 people on the project today.
Wow.
And everybody's kind of wearing multiple hats too. So, I mean, this is really probably a 30-person crew that we need.
Yeah. You need, but you only have about half that.
Yeah, so our crew is amazing. Everyone's got great attitudes, and even our hosts, you know, they help out. And so we're all in this to see it grow, and it's a lot of work, but we feel good about the long vision for this thing.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So next after St. Joe Lakeshore, you're doing one more this year?
Yeah. In 2 weeks from today, we'll be in Portage. Portage Central is a powerhouse right now. So they're hosting Portage Northern, big bragging rights, and so we'll be there in 2 weeks for that show. And then, you know, there could be a playoff game where, I mean, we feel like that's probably going to be when we start focusing on 2026. But you never know what will happen if we can sneak another game in. But as of now, that's all we got.
Okay. Fantastic. Anything else we should be asking you?
I don't think so. You know, we just want people to be there. I mean, tailgates are more fun when you got crowds. So we're hoping for some crowds, and again, we'll provide the fun if people show up.
Give us a quick rundown of the game and your prediction again.
Oh, my prediction for the game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. We're very serious about not giving although I'm the crew, it doesn't really matter. I don't think. I don't.
Gonna get you in trouble.
I think it's gonna be a good game. So, and I
staying safe, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I think, but yeah, that's all I can tell you. I can't give a true prediction.
As he has a Lancer right next to him.
I don't want to go against my alumni or my former school, but I also don't want to pick my rival. But I think it's going to be a closer game than people think.
It always is. It's always good.
Oh, you throw the records out. It's just smash mouth football.
Okay. All right. We love it. All right. Well, thanks for coming by, and we appreciate you. And let us know if there's anything else. Again, 5 o'clock tonight is when you can hear the broadcast here on WSJM. You can see it on YouTube. But best of all options, go and check it out in person.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right.
We'll be right back. More from the WSJM Morning Show in just a moment.
About anything, from a loaded semi-truck to your family car. Need a tow or help on the road? Call the towing company you know will handle it with care 24 hours a day. Hassie's Towing, the trucks with the red, white, and blue.
Have you been thinking about building your savings? Probably. Has it been hard to set money aside? Always. Put your savings on autopilot with super-powered Thrive Savings. This free account turns cash rewards into automatic savings every month your linked Thrive checking account qualifications are met. Thrive Savings. It's our superpower. Visit Sturgis.bank to learn more. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact Sturgis Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Ken Lundberg, WSJM Morning Show, taking just a moment to talk about your hearing health. Mike asked me if I have custom hearing protection devices.
Ken, do you have custom hearing protection devices?
I do, as a matter of fact. I got them from Professional Hearing Services.
And
Julie,
how's that working out?
They are fantastic. So true story. I went home yesterday. So Julie Dunsing, owner and operator of Professional Hearing Services in St. Joseph, she set me up with these custom hearing protection devices. She knows I have a lot of loud hobbies.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
Right.
from target shooting to woodworking to you name it, playing guitar real loud with amplifiers and stuff like that. I have loud hobbies. And so she set me up with a custom pair of hearing protection devices. I went in and they cleaned the wax out of my ears, and then they put in the foam
Molded it.
yesterday she brought in the devices. True story. I went home yesterday and I'm playing with them. I'm testing them out. I've got them in my ears, and Stephanie is there and she's taking a virtual meeting. And she comes down afterwards and she says, "Did you hear me screaming upstairs?" I said, no. Well, I wasn't really screaming. I was just, we were having an exercise conversation about blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't hear you. Why not? Because I have these hearing protection devices in, and it's so cool. They mute the outside world, although they have different settings that I can control with my phone to let me hear conversations. So I can carry on a conversation, or I can listen to the TV, or I can yell at the dog, whatever.
So if you're woodworking,
Yeah.
and Stephanie comes out and needs you for a minute,
Exactly.
you can just tune in and tune back out again.
Exactly. And so if you're interested in that kind of experience and that kind of hearing protection so that you can protect your hearing for a long time so that you don't need a hearing device when you get seasoned.
I probably should go.
Yeah. Go to Professional Hearing Services. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll do it.
Prohear.net for more information on that. Professional Hearing Services.
Areas of dense fog are possible this morning and may actually slow down your drive at times. But above that layer of fog, we have clear skies, and that means mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day with a high of 78. Clear tonight and cool. We drop down to 55, and then tomorrow mostly sunny. High temperature Saturday near 80 degrees. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
It is the WSJM Morning Show. I like my hearing protection devices.
That's good.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 58 degrees in Benton Harbor right now, mostly clear skies, 61 degrees in St. Joseph, 60 in South Haven where it's mostly clear. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. We thank Ryan Cheevers for coming in last hour and talking about
That just sounds fun.
Friday football tailgate.
Yeah.
I mean,
What a great idea.
It puts the icing on the cake.
Right.
Having that great community atmosphere, people getting together, celebrating good sportsmanship, the people behind the plays,
Right.
And really having a good time.
Hopefully they've thrown a little what school's going to show up best at the tailgate,
What do you mean?
like attendance wise.
Oh, like supporters and
Right,
like okay, crowd A, shout, okay, crowd B. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. So if you're interested,
Sir Lancelot, Fozzie Bear, Sir Lancelot, Fozzie.
I thought it was Larry the Lancer.
Yeah, that's what you said. but
Okay. Anyway, all right. WSJM Morning Show continues. Again, you can hear the game tonight here on WSJM. You can hear the Friday football tailgate program here on WSJM. The tailgate starts at 5 o'clock tonight. But if you go there in person, it starts at 3:30 and they've got food trucks on
Yeah,
site.
lighting up the grill, sounds like.
So that'll be cool. All right, so let's talk about this. I don't subscribe to GQ.
No.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Gentleman's Quarterly.
Yes.
It's a magazine for gentlemen, right?
Yes.
If you want the latest style and how to clean out your nose hair, GQ is your magazine.
Yeah, they're on point.
GQ is your magazine. And they have issued now, earlier this week, they issued GQ's 125 rules for modern gentlemen.
Yeah.
This is how you act like a gentleman. And so I brought it to Mike's attention, and I brought it to Mike's attention, and I said, Mike, here it is. No. But I just thought it would be interesting for modern gentlemen, they say. This is their guide to manners and etiquette for men in 2025. And this manners and etiquette, it's something that I try to impart to my young men, my sons, because it's important. And why are good manners important? Good manners are important because they help to make others feel comfortable.
Correct.
That's the whole reason behind it. And I think even George Washington had a book on etiquette and how to act proper and courtesy and all that other stuff. A book that I shared with my boys. But now 125 rules from GQ, knowing how to be a gentleman. Pretty straightforward. So we took a look at some of the rules. You think it's straightforward, but maybe it's not.
Well, there's 125 of them.
Is that too many? Is that too many?
Yeah.
Okay. So the basics around other people. I'm going to pick out some that I thought were interesting and apropos for modern day life. And then I think we can probably talk about some others that are silly. Modern day stuff. This wasn't around when we were kids, but rule number 1, take out your AirPods when you're talking to someone.
Yes.
Muting doesn't count. So these are rules. I think some of them are pretty good. That one, for instance, I agree.
Yeah.
Ask before vaping indoors.
Yeah, I would say that's a good one.
No matter how sly you think you are, other people do notice. Let's see. Another rule. Everyone loves receiving flowers, but most bouquets are cloying and chaotic. Cloying, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are we going with that?
Chaotic. Okay, interesting. Anyway, so they say if you have a favorite flower, send a small number of stems. You can't go wrong with a few calla lilies. Yeah. They're
not cheap, though.
This one was interesting. I didn't really understand this one. Because I worry about blowing my eyeballs out, but always sneeze as if you're at a library or a funeral.
Right.
And in the crook of your arm, as if you're dabbing. Yeah, I do follow that. The whole, sneeze in the opposite of your elbow.
Right.
Right in that little crook right there. But I don't like to stifle sneezes because I think, that's going to hurt my blood vessels. Anyway. Okay, one more. That I thought was interesting, and then I'll turn it over to Mike here for a second. Thank you notes. A handwritten thank you letter is still the way to go.
Yeah.
That's still correct. Even in our digital age, texting your thanks just doesn't cut it, and it's no way to thank someone for their generosity or hospitality. Put some effort in.
Yes.
Did you find any that you liked?
Well, interesting. Number 12 was greet people with a single kiss on the left cheek.
Huh.
So that would certainly.
What about COVID?
Warm up the morning show when I come in.
Wait a second. Hold on. All right, keep going.
And then hold the door when it makes sense.
Okay.
So I was always something I taught my son was to hold the door.
Okay.
When people go by and
men or women.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Just
agree.
Good gesture.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop walking 3 foot ahead of your partner.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
That's a good rule.
And I mean, if you have to be told, yeah, you didn't hold the door either.
One of my complaints, a pet peeve, if you will. Sometimes one of my sons, I won't name which one, because I know all 3 of them have access to this show on the video live stream at some point. One of my sons, when we're walking along, let's say we're walking the dog, they'll walk like a foot or 2 behind me. So every time I say something, I have to crank my neck back. And then I was getting this neck ache. And so then I realized what I was doing, and it's like, get up here, walk even with me. I'm having a conversation with you, and take out your AirPods while you're at it. Stop sneezing in the air. Sorry, go on.
Number 26, the words body count should never leave your mouth.
What?
How random
What does it say about that?
That's it.
Oh, all right.
Just a one comment.
We were talking off the air about this because it's probably more appropriate there, but let's bring it on the air just for fun. The gym, rules in the gym, rules of etiquette in the gym.
Yes.
Nudity in the locker room is fine, but being egregious about it, like starting up an entire conversation with your hands on your hips, outmoded.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I figured we had to say it here because nobody's going to say it out loud anywhere else.
And don't film anyone at the gym.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No filming at the gym. That's another one. Never use your phone in the gym locker room because you don't know. I mean, people don't know if your thing's on. Let's see, re-rack your weights. I was always taught to wipe your sweat off the machines after you're done using them. We'll wrap up with ones on the office. Okay. A refresher for the new era of full-time in-person office life. Number 43, set firm common sense boundaries. Don't comment on anyone else's appearance. Don't take personal. Mike, you look nice today, by the way.
Thank you.
Don't take personal calls where other people can overhear them. I love that rule. I love that rule.
That is.
Oh, and don't ask anyone out beneath you on the org chart.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Is that a bad one?
Yeah, wow.
If they're below you on the org chart, don't ask them out. So that kind of rules out a lot of stuff. Other rules, say as little as possible about why you're taking time off.
Yeah.
Mystique is good at work. Mystique. Yeah. And then one more that I found, which was kind of fun. Don't ask others why they're taking time off. Don't ask why someone's taking time off. Unless they're raving about their wine tour of Provence, they might be intentionally keeping details private, and you're just going to be someone who's prying.
Yes.
Anything else?
Also, try to find a quiet, secluded place for an office Zoom call.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I've been on Zoom calls where there's like all kinds of racket and stuff going on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Or the situation where maybe you're having a conversation about personnel.
Right.
And you're saying, oh, unfortunately, this person's going to have to, we're cutting head count here, that kind of thing. And you find out one of the people on the call is sitting in the middle of a cubicle farm and they've got the speaker volume up.
Right.
And you're like, hey, are you sitting next to the people we're talking about? Yeah. Are they listening to you? Yeah. You're fired.
That's right.
You're fired. One more. Dress up for work, whatever that means to you. The office takes a lot of different forms right now, which makes it all the more important to distinguish when you're at work. Even when you're remote, you should change your clothes when you're working, whether that means putting on a clean, presentable outfit to commute or to a co-working space, or a fresh pair of PJs when you're sitting at your computer.
I mean, I do think that there is a psychological benefit to having work attire.
Yeah.
And I think
play attire.
We've gotten so
Relax.
kind of casual in the culture right now that it's very difficult sometimes to, everything kind of just flows over. And again, some of these office etiquette gets destroyed in the very casual environment we live in.
I agree with you. We have more of these. We will talk about them on the video live stream. We'll talk about them on the video live stream. If you agree, disagree, put some comments into the chat on the video live stream on YouTube or on Facebook. All right, we're behind schedule, but that's okay because we are appreciating.
Because it's Friday.
It's Friday, and we can. It's WSJM Morning Show.
Shop local.
Back on the video live stream. I didn't think we were getting any comments, but then I figured out that I had the comments hidden by accident.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's see. What do we have here? Oh my gosh, we have a ton of stuff, and you're commenting in there too.
Yeah, well,
That's good. We have good mornings. Hello, Bill. Hello, Diane. Is Teresa out there? Where's Teresa? Hey, John. Good morning, John. Yeah, tons of fun. Tons of fun. That the Friday football tailgate. I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be a fun. I just love that the game day atmosphere is coming to our community. And you really you get to tell the stories behind the players,
Right.
Because everyone's got a great and unique and interesting story. You just don't always hear that. You get caught up in the, we got to get them.
And the rivalry. It's decades of rivalry, and it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Other rules. Let's see. Okay. We have a bunch. Did you see Starbucks is closing some stores? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. Manners at restaurants. I love this. And I don't do this.
Okay. All right.
I should do this. Carry cash.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Carry cash, $100 in greenbacks. Spread the love, $1 or $2 to the bartender, $1 or $2 to the barista, $5 to the valet. It's so tough. It's so tough. Number one, I hardly use cash anymore.
Yeah,
I just use phone and the credit cards. But when you get into those situations where all of a sudden, this is one of those occupations where they do traditionally get a tip,
right?
And they do stuff. One time I was in Las Vegas and I didn't have any cash on me. Honestly, I didn't have any cash on me.
I've been there.
It was the safer way,
right,
than to lose it at the tables, no cash. And unfortunately, we were taking a taxi and we got dropped off at the front door of the casino.
Uh-huh.
And there's people there who that's their job is they let people out of cars. Didn't have any cash on me.
Yeah.
And the guy got really mad.
Really?
Well, I misspoke. We weren't arriving. We were leaving. Got into the taxi, and the guy's like, "No tip." Slammed the taxi door so hard, and the taxi driver didn't look at him, looked at me. I'm like,
right.
I don't know. I gave him a $20 tip. Maybe he thought it was counterfeit. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So anyway, so I have cash on you. Let's see. Rule number 50. Once you turn 30, split the dinner or drink checks 2 ways max. Or better yet, trade off picking up the whole bill. Once you turn 30, split the dinner or drinks check 2 ways max. Oh, I see. So don't go 5 ways when you're a party of 5 young ladies and you're like, she had the strawberry daiquiri, I had the strawberry daiquiri, but I had 2 strawberry. Yeah, so that kind of thing.
And and I've heard this, especially when it comes to service. If you want to make an impression, be a good tipper.
Yes. Yeah.
Be a good tipper.
Yeah. Don't stiff the wait people.
Right. Or cheap. I could, there's at the golf course, I asked one of the guys out there, hey, is there anybody out who's a bad tipper? They wouldn't tell me who, but they said that they will often drop off their clubs, give them a 5 and ask for $4 back.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's rude.
I know.
Back in a moment at WSJM Morning Show. Yikes.
Stock futures have been narrowly mixed this morning after a lower close yesterday, despite better than expected economic reports. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
You want a good tip?
Yeah.
Don't bet on a horse that's limping.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good tip.
It is.
Right there. No, we're talking about manners and etiquette. We're continuing our conversation on the WSJM Morning Show video live stream. And if you want to make a good impression, tip well to those services that typically receive a tip.
Right. So this is not on the list. It might be. Who knows? 125 of them. But,
daunting.
But my son's girlfriend is a pescatarian.
Yeah.
Right.
Eats fish and vegetables.
Right. But most of everybody in our family is just
carnivores.
Right. Just normal eaters. Right.
Yeah.
So
Cannibals.
sometimes, especially in this modern world, you don't think about not everybody has the same diet restrictions or non-restrictions that you have. So it's always nice to make an option. So when she was at our house the other week, and people, we're gonna have steaks, and I was like, how about we'll throw some shrimp on the grill as well.
Yeah,
and she was like, that's really nice. It really makes an impression when you respect somebody's dietary restrictions and you make allotments for that.
Yeah, I love that. That's very thoughtful of you.
Thank you.
You have good manners.
Etiquette.
Yeah, very nice etiquette.
The other thing about etiquette, teaching kids etiquette, is it gives them confidence.
Yes.
There's nothing worse than being social and realize I don't know what fork I'm supposed to use. I don't know what to do with this napkin.
Yeah.
But when you know what to do, you're confident.
I think I have over 90% confidence on the utensils, the forks, knives, spoons, etc. At a fancy dinner thing. Mm-hmm. They follow the meal. Yeah. Right? You start outside with like maybe a little appetizer or an amuse-bouche. Then you go to salad, and then you go to the main course dinner. And so if you have two knives, one of them's probably a steak knife or something like that. They're meant for the meal. I just don't know what to do with the spoons above the plate.
Yeah.
Maybe that's dessert. I don't know. Could be. All right, 740 WSJM Morning Show continues. We're going to continue exploring our etiquette on the video live stream here.
ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. President Trump this morning on his social media called the now indicted James Comey a destroyer of lives, for which he said a very big price must be paid. Comey in a video saying he's innocent of the charges of lying to Congress. After Trump fired his daughter, Maureen Comey, a federal prosecutor, Comey said his family has
known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump. But we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either.
He's the first former senior official to face prosecution for investigating the Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Israel's prime minister addressing the UN General Assembly shortly. Monday, he'll visit the White House under pressure from President Trump to end the war in Gaza and drop plans to annex the West Bank. Trump is going to Bethpage Black today, the golf course, not to play, but to watch the Ryder Cup. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
It's 741. WSJM Morning Show continues. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. 72 degrees, probably going to be the high around for St. Joseph today.
Yeah. 59 right now.
Is it 59 right now?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. 72 here, 76 degrees, the projected high for Dowagiac. So somewhere in between there, it might be in your area.
Beautiful.
It's going to be a gorgeous weekend as well. Some of the news that we have coming up just after 8 o'clock this morning. Michigan lawmakers have reached a budget agreement that leaders say will fund schools, provide long-term road repairs, and offer tax relief ahead of the October 1 deadline. We'll catch up with that story, what the governor is saying about it, as well as the House Speaker. They came to agreement, and they say we'll be able to approve this with our delegations. A 15-year-old girl is being charged as an adult up in Allegan County for allegedly planning an attack at Allegan High School. Some disturbing stories there, but fortunately, everything taken care of before anything dangerous could happen. Other stories that we'll be covering at just after 8 o'clock. Berrien County is prepared to spend $1.14 million to drill a new water well and complete water work at a juvenile center where they typically have fewer than a dozen juveniles staying. They're going to spend $1 million for the well.
It doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense.
Well, there was some concern about that. One of the commissioners raised those concerns, and so we'll talk about that and more. It's all coming up just after 8 o'clock right here on the WSJM Morning Show. 743 Sports up next.
The Michigan.
All right, back on the video live stream here. Back to table manners.
Yeah.
Never insist on ordering for your date.
Yeah.
But go ahead and offer to order for the whole table. I don't understand that. Why would you ever order for the whole table?
Well, if you're wanting to be the cheese.
You want to be the cheese? Like what so you know what they want? Or you're just going to say, we're having the half pig, please.
Right. Or like appetizers. Let's do 2 of this and 2 of this and 2 of this.
Oh, that I like.
Right.
Yeah, that I like. As long as there's a pescatarian option.
Exactly. Open the passenger door for your date.
You do?
Yeah, you do. But
okay.
That's 97.
That's number 97. I want to talk about the phone and the internet.
Okay.
That section. Never say, I've already seen this, when someone sends you a funny post.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say it's a weapons grade bummer. Okay.
But unless the person just sends you way too much of that stuff.
Oh, man. That happens.
Yeah, I got one of those.
So
I will say, I've already seen that, because it's like, okay, slow it down a little bit.
I've had, not in my current work environment, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
At other work environments, people have sent, funny stuff.
Yeah.
And then it devolves into inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
And then the double problem, too much non-work stuff and too much of it inappropriate.
Right.
Those people you just got to shut down.
Right.
Like, hey, appreciate it.
But maybe not.
Here's my personal email address, spamfilter@gmail.com. Send them all there, would you?
Yes, please.
Let's
Send
see.
them to HR.
Other phone and internet manners. Pick up the phone when your friends call. They say, and be the caller sometimes too. Talking on the phone is a lost art and one of life's great pleasures. Stop reacting to the sound of your loved ones' voices like they are something to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, I do. I like that. I like that the kids are back on the phones.
Yeah, I do too.
For a time there, it seemed like that nobody wanted
texting and
nobody wanted to talk on the phone. See any others that spark you there?
Nobody back home wants to hear about your delay nightmare when you're flying.
Yeah. Unless there's a funny story along with it.
Right. Do not bring your own hot food on a plane.
Oh. What, like McDonald's and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Have you ever been the person getting on an airplane and you just had like 2 seconds between flight changes and you're like, I'm so hungry, I need something, and you got the most aromatic Burger King or McDonald's you could and taking it onto the plane?
When I lived in Florida, I had come home and I brought 2 Santinello's pizzas home with me, and they were cooked but not completely.
Yeah.
And they had wrapped them in tinfoil and whatnot in the box.
Okay.
So I put them in the overhead bin, and within 10 minutes, the whole place smelled like pepperoni.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And everybody's looking around each other, and I was like, I don't know where this is coming from.
Do you leave them up there the whole flight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because pepperoni can be confused as BO sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a sign of a good pepperoni?
Could be. Could be.
The better the BO, the better, or the stronger the BO, the more.
The small talk window with your seatmate is before you're in the air or after you land. Anything above 10,000 feet is off limits.
So don't chew on somebody's ear the whole time. Oh, I don't know if I agree with this one. Number 100. Yes, you can take off your shoes during a red-eye flight. I don't think I agree.
No.
I don't think ever taking off your shoes on an airplane is appropriate.
No. Have you ever seen somebody do it?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was just gross.
Yeah. Barefoot?
No, not barefoot. You know,
Okay.
if you got flip-flops on or sandals or whatever, I don't think that's such a big
Okay,
deal.
flip-flops should not be worn on an airplane.
I know.
Okay.
But if
Have you seen Lost?
Yeah.
No, just
if
kidding.
you got dress socks on, you're taking off your dress shoe and you're rubbing your feet and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so wrong on so many levels because you're rubbing your foot sweat
Right.
with your bare hand.
Right.
And then you're going and touching everything in the plane.
Yeah. I was flying.
Not a germaphobe.
No. I was going into Tampa one time, and as we were coming in for a landing, there was a group of foreign businessmen.
Okay.
And when we got close, they all stood up,
Yeah.
reached into their overhead bin, took off their dress shirt, all had wife beaters on,
Oh no.
and started
Tank tops.
changing their shirt in the aisle. And the flight attendant's like, "You need to be seated. You need to be seated." And I was like, "This is good stuff here."
I love that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, hang on.
Oh, speaking of funny, you know who I saw the other day who's waiting to get on the air with us?
Who?
Bob Birch.
I texted him and he ghosted me. What happened there?
I know.
Would you check with him?
I talked to him 2 days ago, and he was like, "I'm so excited. I gotta get that going." So,
I'm not going to embarrass him, but I am gonna read you what I texted him.
Okay.
So you can share the message, and maybe he's watching on the.
He listens.
Maybe he's listening on the. Let's see here. Hey Bob, good morning. Checking in to see when I might be able to slot you in for a studio visit on the morning show, and then I put a little emoji with stars in there in the eyes.
Yeah.
Because it's a starry type of thing.
It is. Yeah.
Looking forward to having you on the show. So I want him on the show.
All right.
Help me get him in here.
All right. We'll get him in.
All right.
All right, Bob. Talk to me.
We've got to do our Moody on the Market update. Hang on one second. We'll do that one. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I want to get to the Muppets auction and the YouTube issues. Anything? Gosh, I love this manners stuff, though.
I know.
It is a lot of fun. Here, hang on a sec. How much time? Okay, we'll continue with the manners right now, and then we'll stop with the next break, unless I can't find it anymore. Where did it go? There it is. Oh, your closet. There are manners for your closet? If someone, I see. If someone compliments your outfit, say thank you. Don't start naming the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in other words, don't say, oh yeah, it's
Dior.
It's Giorgio Armani.
Right. Says in the summertime, take
It's Amazon. It's
two
Amazon.
showers a day.
What?
Yeah.
In the summertime, you take 2 showers a day?
Yeah. 124, 2 showers a day. What?
Oh, wow.
Don't get into bed with dirty feet. Do you really have to say that?
Gross. Yeah, you just put on socks.
Right.
Gross. Uh-oh. We're going to run out of time here. A gentleman always follows dress code. It's the height of poor form to decide that an event's stated dress code is beneath you and arrive wearing something else. And then number 111, you're not Justin or Haley Bieber. You and your date should look like you're dressing for the same occasion, whether it's a dinner date or a black tie wedding. So a little coordination there.
Yeah.
A little coordination. All right. And typically I follow Stephanie's lead.
It's always good to do that.
All right. Back in a moment, WSJM Morning Show.
Slow down your drive at times. But above that layer of fog, we have clear skies, and that means mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day with a high of 78. Clear tonight and cool. We drop down to 55, and then tomorrow mostly sunny. High temperature Saturday near 80 degrees. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
One of the rules I forgot is don't tell secrets, family secrets on the radio. And I'm not going to adhere to that.
No.
No, we were just wrapping up our discussion on the GQ manners. A lot of fun stuff. So if you check out GQ, they've got 125 manners, pieces of etiquette advice for young men, modern gentlemen. Modern gentlemen. So check it out. All right. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. And we've got a lot to talk about yet this hour and next hour. In fact, next hour, let me see here. I know we've got the flick pick from Andrew. He wouldn't tell me which one he was going to review. He's going to review The Roses and the finale of Downton Abbey. Apparently Downton Abbey was like a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch Downton Abbey?
A couple.
Okay.
My wife did.
Yeah, Heidi.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was not.
I never watched Downton Abbey, but I knew it existed, and I always saw pretty pictures from it.
Yeah. And then Bridgerton was another one that was like.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 7:52. It's time for the Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Oh, so the flick pick with Andrew Green, by the way, that's next hour here on the WSJM Morning Show in the 8 o'clock hour. Yes. Moody on the Market update is brought to you by probably around 8:20. Okay.
8:20?
Yeah, set your watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Moody on the Market update right now. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And one of the stories that we've been talking about this morning is Takata, Twin Cities Area Transportation Authority. We have the story posted up right now on moodyonthemarket.com. Takata has extended their deadline for companies interested in managing Dial-A-Ride to submit their proposals. Takata has gotten a letter from the Michigan Department of Transportation saying as of October 1, 2026, we're no longer sending you money. And
that could be a problem.
And so that has spurred a lot of conversations at the county level, at the local municipal levels as well as to, okay, if that's the case, if Takata is no longer going to get money, and we've got to, and we still want transportation services for people who need to get to medical centers, school, work,
right,
etc. What are we going to do? So those conversations have started. Meanwhile, Takata's been looking for a temporary management service, or at least a management service, somebody to come in and manage their service.
Gotcha.
So that they can get the ship right, I guess. So Twin Cities Area Transportation Authority has been looking for an outside firm to help manage them. And speaking to the Takata Board of Trustees this week, Interim Director Todd Schern said the goal was to have all their proposals in by September 26th. However, when they put the RFP out there, the request for proposal, they got a lot of questions back. They said over 100 questions back. And so until those questions are answered, a lot of the potential management firms aren't going to put their proposal in. And so then Takata's board won't have anything to review, or at least they'll only review a partial amount of the contracts. So anyway, Shern said, we ended up with so many questions, we couldn't answer them all by the September deadline, as we promised. And so we ended up with well over 100 questions. So Takata is now moving the deadline for submissions to October 3rd, next Friday. They say that'll give them enough opportunity to answer the questions, have everyone who's still interested in temporarily at least managing Takata to come back with their proposals, and then Takata can review them. So the goal is to select a management firm by mid-November and bring it to the board, bring them on board next year. One possible benefit of hiring a management company to run Dial-A-Ride would be lower insurance costs.
There you go.
Because they've been dealing with high insurance premiums for a time now. Okay, so if you want more detail about that story and to dig in on it, what we have the story is posted right now at moodyonthemarket.com. moodyonthemarket.com. The update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. It's 7:55.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from Insurance Man.
Okay. Alrighty. I know we're going to run out of time, so I'm going to start talking about the other stuff here.
Let's do it.
Amazon. You use Amazon?
Yep.
Amazon Prime?
Yep.
You're a Prime member?
Yep.
You ever have problems figuring out when you're renewing?
Yep.
What problems? Here's the problem I had.
Okay.
I think I mentioned it to you, or I mentioned it to somebody, that there was this weird charge on one of my credit cards.
No, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Weird charge on one of my credit cards. It was for an amount I didn't recognize for Amazon. And it's like, I checked my account. Nope, I didn't order anything. Nope, no subscriptions came to that amount. I called my credit card company, canceled my credit card, got a new one issued. Amazon basically sent me some emails saying, hey, we weren't able to reauthorize your Prime subscription.
Like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's what that was for. I didn't recognize the amount. I never got any emails saying, hey, we're going to renew this amount on this date. Apparently, a lot of people had that problem and other problems. Amazon has now agreed to pay what the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, calls a historic $2.5 billion settlement after it was accused of manipulating customers into getting and keeping Prime subscriptions. Yeah, the FTC filed an antitrust lawsuit against the retail giant in June of 2023, alleging it had enrolled millions of customers in Prime subscriptions without their consent and then made the subscriptions exceedingly difficult to cancel.
Oh, yeah.
Hear ye, hear ye. So anyway, so they're going to pay $1.5 billion to customers as part of the settlement. Let's see, the American Economic Liberties Project, which advocates against the consent. So they'll pay $1 billion penalty, $1.5 billion to customers. Shoot, I got to get this going here. Hang on one second. Okay. Whoops, not that. Sorry, I'm doing computer stuff here at the same time.
News Talk Sports, 94.9 News, WSJM Sports.
You are a goofball. All right.
Just trying to fill the dead air.
No, you're good. That wasn't dead air. I was humming. I was humming a jaunty tune.
Jaunty tune.
Anyway, they basically say, those folks who are critical of the settlement say it allows Amazon to walk away scot-free. All right, back on the radio here. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Our community. The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
Did you listen, Mike? Did you listen to any of the candidate interviews we had this week?
I did.
We do have, and we're continuing them next week as well.
Okay.
So we have in St. Joseph, there are city commission seats open, 3 seats open, and 6 candidates vying for them. This week, between 7 and 8 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we had 3 of the candidates in. Next week, we'll do the same thing. This week so far, we had Michael Cirola, Michael Fernandez, 2 of the sitting incumbents, and they're running for re-election. And then we also had Tom Jennings yesterday.
Okay.
And then next week, we'll have the other 3 candidates who will come in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 o'clock in the morning. to talk about their backgrounds, their qualifications, and their views on what they want to do with a city commission slot for St. Joseph. So I encourage you to tune in.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Also, if you ever miss those, if you happen to be working or sleeping or doing whatever, doing yard work or something like that, you can watch the video live stream, the recording of it. It's archived at YouTube and Facebook and at WSJM on the WSJM Smart app.
Sometimes I get distracted.
We've got to get to news right now. It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock.
Local news next.
From ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. President Trump is celebrating this morning.